Well, it's about time to shut down for the night. I've been doing a little force perspective test here, and I also got all the figures covered with dull coat, make sure there's no shine on them. I also finished the helicopter today, H-19. It's in Army markings, and like I said, I'm waiting on a few more things to show up in the mail. And I got just, other stuff. Electrician's coming tomorrow. I got a house repair that's got to be done, so I don't know if I'll be getting anything out tomorrow morning or even the evening. We'll see how that goes. But making progress, and it's all starting to come together. I actually spent a fair amount of time working on the, I guess you could call the dialogue or the B-roll, the voiceover and everything. This helicopter comes with a stand, which is kind of rare for a helicopter, especially when it's a fixed gear chopper that balances out on the nose naturally. Of course, I'm not using it, but it is a nice stand. I might use it for something else. I mean, it's plastic, got to be careful. It's clear acrylic. They have a big decal for it. I guess it's a holdover from the original kit. That's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm packing it in for the night. I'm going to go in and edit this, and then once I put all these away. So, anything to keep me off the internet and away from the television news. I found this today. It's clear coat, and I wasn't sure what it was, so I sprayed something unimportant with it, and it looked like it was gloss, and then I sprayed something else with it, like it was flat, and I realized this is probably the last little bit of semi-gloss I've got, so I wrote semi on it. From now on, I've got to remember, whenever I buy a clear coat, especially if it's these cans where the paper, I need to write exactly what's on there, on the paper. So, well, that was pretty much it. I did the little spray paint on the little Starfix 109. I wanted to get to work on the Immense Miniatures figurine today, but I just didn't get around to it. And amazing how time slips away from you. But anyway, that's all I got to report today, guys. Really not a whole lot. Since I'm pretty much done with everything until stuff shows up in the mail, I'm going to kind of set all the diorama stuff aside and probably start working on something else tomorrow if I have time to work. And I've gone about as far as I can go with this for the time being. And hope you guys enjoyed my little desktop teaser the other day. I've had some suggestions for music, which is I'll give a look at, give a listen to. And still got a lot of stuff to do. I've got all the stuff to get started on the next artist profile, box art artist. It's Brad Leisure. And that's so I got plenty of things to keep me busy. Okay, I guess the train had something to say about that. And of course, the wife's got things for me to do also. So staying busy. I said this before, but I'm going to get back into the books and start studying some, because at some point they got to call me back to work. I mean, they're paying me, so I'm not complaining. It's nice to have this time off, but sooner or later they're going to call, and it's easier to stay on top of things than to get way behind and try to catch up. And so many wonderful kits in the stash to choose from, and all that stuff that's already lined up. What to build. Okay, so that's all there is on that, guys. I just wanted to check in with you, and hope everybody is holding on to their sanity. And if you have any more, I've had a request. Some folks are sending some stuff in over the weekend for the next viewer build. They asked me to wait till after next weekend, which I think I was going to anyway. So if you do have any images, and I'm getting a pretty good collection now, but if you do have any you want included, go ahead and try and get them to me by this weekend, and I'll see, depending on the schedule, I'll see if I can't pop something out by next Monday or Tuesday. I know I often say, I speak in gross generalities, like, maybe by then, and maybe because obviously with my schedule in flux, I don't want to commit myself to something and then not be able to deliver on it. I got my Fine Scale Modeler magazine today. They saw the reader gallery was a little bit bigger than it's normally been, so I guess maybe they're, I don't know if they're getting pressure from readers, or they just happen to have the space in the magazine, or maybe they're getting more submissions because everybody's at home building models. So this hobby, we're very fortunate. I think it'll help us all keep our sanity over the next however long. But another thing I was thinking, a couple of kids, 14-year-olds to 12-year-olds that I know were kind of freaking out. They have been for some time. I'm not sure they're not teenage neurotics, because they keep getting bombed with so much information and disinformation because they live on the net. And the internet's a great tool, and without it we wouldn't be doing this. But I really think most of us who are over 30 or over 40, I really think if you grew up in the, maybe the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe the 80s, you're really one of the best times you could grow up, because I always enjoyed building models. I could ride my bicycle to go see the movies, free range kids. We just went out and did stuff. And of course, I was down in Florida where you could pretty much go out year round. I know some of you guys are up north where you kind of, unless you're going to play hockey or something, or you bundle up like, an Arctic survivalist, you were pretty much constrained to work inside the house. But still, I really think maybe we grew up in the best time in the history of the world to grow up. They had that balance of entertaining things to do, like build models, but we still had our freedom and got our exercise and played ball, and et cetera, so forth. So, or hockey or whatever. And I really think we're about the best hobby you can be in for the way things are going these days. We just kind of landed on our feet in that regard. And I think most of us are savvy enough to realize that. And one thing I've noticed, you can do one of two things, well, not the only two things, but just one of two things that tends to happen as you build models. You either get faster or you get better. Maybe a little bit of both. And I have learned that when I'm working towards a goal like with the diorama, the models have to meet a certain criteria in the quality of the build, but they don't have to be fine scale modeler perfect. And that way I can enjoy building a lot of different models, and it keeps the variety going. But if the mood strikes, and I really just want to focus on making one really nice model, maybe just to break up the pace of things, there's I can do that too. And it's not, and I'm building at kind of what you might call average speed and average build, which is good enough for the camera and good enough for my eyesight. But when I see some of the beautiful work you guys do, I'm kind of like, you know what? One of these kits, whether it's the Pro Modeler F84 or the Polara, but one of these kits I'm going to build soon, I'm going to really take my time and do a nice job with it. So anyway, just remind myself I can. I've done it before, I do it again. But just slow down, don't get in a hurry. And one reason I've been moving so quick with this, because I've got, 100 or so of these little 140 and 148 scale figures. And just painting that many repetition and drill, you tend to get kind of quick. And they're okay. And I'm thinking, I'm going to slow down on a couple of them just so I can get some close-ups. I'm like, no, 148 scale, not a scale for close-up. That's what I have that immense miniatures for. I'm going to take my time on that one and try to make it something I'd be proud to show everybody. Well, that's about all I got for tonight, guys. I hope you have a pleasant evening, and model on.